What happens when a cold-blooded killer like the Punisher sets foot in a city ruled by Batman's code? One man kills without hesitation. The other never kills. And tonight, they're forced to work together in a blood-soaked chase across Gotham, while Joker and Jigsaw turn the city into their personal playground of chaos. Punisher never liked Gotham, but this time, he has no choice. His sworn enemy, Jigsaw, refuses to leave his new hiding place in the city and won't risk stepping foot in New York. And Frank Castle isn't the kind of man to let a vendetta go unfinished. He's here to end Jigsaw, once and for all. But before he can get anywhere near his target, Punisher has to deal with local muscle, the goons working for Gotham's mid-level crime boss, Luke Tango. Castle takes a high vantage point to size up the situation, but he's still outnumbered and pinned down. Then, relying on instinct, he spots his way out, blowing up the entire warehouse to clear a path. As he grabs one of Tango's men for intel, a shadow drops in front of him. And it's not just any shadow. It's Batman. The last time Castle was in Gotham, the Dark Knight wasn't around. But this time, Batman's not letting a loose cannon like Punisher run wild in his city. The two clash right there on the spot. Punisher fights with brute force and raw aggression, but Batman is calm and in control, quickly identifying Castle's weaknesses. During the brawl, the building starts to collapse. In the chaos, Punisher manages to slip away. The thug he was interrogating also escapes and bolts to warn Jigsaw. Back at the hideout, the thug tells Jigsaw about a heavily armed guy asking questions. A big man with serious firepower. He swears he didn't give anything away. But before he can say another word, Joker steps out of the shadows and shoots him dead, right in front of Jigsaw. Hearing the description, Jigsaw knows exactly who it is. Frank Castle, the man who ruined his face. Ironically, Joker is the one who once helped fix that face, courtesy of a little surgical touch-up. Meanwhile, Punisher gets in contact with Micro to dig up anything they can on Batman. Micro brushes off the Dark Knight as just a lunatic in a cape, prowling the streets like some kind of urban predator. But Batman's already on the move. With intel from Robin, he's tracking Luke Tango, Jigsaw, and the out-of-town wildcard, the Punisher. Something doesn't add up, though. Batman can't understand how someone like Jigsaw, a nobody in Gotham's underworld, managed to gain influence over gangs like Tango's. While Batman continues digging for answers, Jigsaw and Joker are already moving forward with their own plans. Their latest target, Luke Tango. They've captured him and are putting the pressure on. All in pursuit of a single name, Jimmy Navarone. After enduring Joker's signature brand of interrogation, Luke gives in. He spills everything. Jimmy's no small-time crook. He's a high-rolling player who throws money around at Gotham's most exclusive nightclubs. Finding him won't be difficult. The bigger problem? Luke was the one who vouched for Jimmy when he came to Gotham to do business. Now that Luke's out of the picture, Jimmy's about to be exposed. Just as expected, Jimmy isn't hiding. Surrounded by bodyguards and a group of women, he heads toward his car. But something feels off. His usual driver is missing, replaced by a man claiming to be a friend filling in at the last minute. The explanation sounds believable, but the man's cold demeanor and subtle tone make Jimmy uneasy. And for good reason. This substitute driver isn't who he seems. He's been sent for one specific purpose, and Jimmy's not prepared for it. Meanwhile, the Punisher is tailing Jimmy's vehicle, hoping it will lead him straight to Jigsaw. At the same time, in separate locations, two very different tech minds are entering a silent war. On one side, Robin. On the other, Micro. Each one trying to breach Jimmy's digital systems to uncover vital intel. It's a cyber chess match, two skilled hackers, both with their own missions. Punisher, growing impatient, tries to sneak into the nightclub where Jimmy's currently hiding out. But security stops him at the entrance, and things escalate quickly. Joker and Jigsaw show up at the scene, wasting no time before engaging Castle head-on. Elsewhere, Robin finds himself outmatched in the digital realm. Micro's years of experience give him the upper hand, and Robin struggles to keep up. Meanwhile, Jimmy gets a call. One of his men informs him that Luke Tango is dead. And worse, someone's clearly setting Jimmy up. Punisher's done waiting. He breaks through the club doors and confronts Jimmy directly. But he's not the only one with a plan in motion. Joker has already infiltrated the club with his gang, and things spiral out of control fast. In a matter of seconds, it becomes an all-out gunfight between three factions: Jimmy's crew, Joker's gang, and the Punisher. Just when it looks like things might collapse completely, Robin manages to turn the tide. He triggers a special counter-hack that disables the entire Nightclub system, cutting power to everything. With the digital battlefield lost, Micro has no choice but to back out, accepting defeat, at least for now. Right in the middle of the crossfire, Batman makes his entrance. With a few well-placed smoke bombs, he creates the signature cover for his arrival. Bullets are flying in every direction, yet Batman steps into the chaos unarmed, relying only on his fists. In this battlefield, there are no allies, only enemies, and no one here is worth saving. Jigsaw spots an opening. He lines up a shot to take out the Punisher from behind. But Frank Castle is always one step ahead. He tosses a grenade in Jigsaw's direction, and the blast leaves Jigsaw's face mangled once again. For a brief moment, Batman and Punisher fight side by side. Once the dust settles and the room is under control, Batman demands to know why Punisher is in Gotham. But instead of answering directly, Castle fires back with sarcasm. "Maybe this city's too big for you to handle alone, Bats." Batman turns his focus to Jigsaw and goes in for the takedown, but Jigsaw pulls the trigger first, landing a serious shot. Batman drops to the ground. It looks like he's done. But Jigsaw makes the mistake of turning his back. Seconds later, Batman rises, grabs him by the collar, and slams him into the wall. Taking down Batman isn't that simple. In the middle of the chaos, Joker turns his attention to Punisher. With his twisted sense of humor, he starts comparing the two vigilantes, both obsessed with justice, but walking completely different paths. Then, without warning, Joker splashes paint into Punisher's eyes and makes a run for it. Blinded, Punisher listens closely, tracking Joker by the sound of that unmistakable laugh. He catches up, grabs Joker, puts a gun to his head. Castle's ready to end the madness with one pull of the trigger. But before he can fire, Batman steps in once again. He stops Punisher and orders Joker to get out of there. Then Batman looks straight at Castle and says, "This may be your solution on your turf, but in Gotham we do things a little differently." That hits a nerve. Punisher punches Batman hard and fires back. "You know, you and that giggling idiot deserve each other." The tension spikes. Neither man backs down. Batman warns him one last time, "You'd better leave Gotham, now." Punisher turns and walks away, muttering under his breath like he's talking to himself. "I hate Gotham.